I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. You feel like you're behind in life. Every time you scroll through your feed, you see the proof. Friends buying houses, peers climbing careers, people your age posting about marriages, children, or achievements you thought you'd have by now. And with each image, the voice inside you gets louder. You're late. You should be further along. Everyone else is ahead of you. That voice doesn't just sting, it corrodes. It makes waking up feel heavy, choices feel loaded, and even your own small victories feel worthless compared to what others are doing. You replay your past decisions, searching for the wrong turn. You wonder if you wasted too much time, if it's already too late. And slowly, you start to believe the lie. You've missed your chance. That's why you're here, because this video is going to show you the truth. You are not behind. You are not late. And the pressure you feel is not coming from your soul. It's coming from a timeline that was never yours in the first place. Over the next few minutes, we'll unravel the myth of being behind, uncover where that pressure really comes from, and give you a practice to reset your internal clock so you can finally live at your own pace. If you've been carrying the shame of feeling late to your own life, keep watching, because you're about to see why that feeling has never been the truth. Think about it. Who decided when you should have it all figured out? Who wrote the invisible checklist that says you must hit certain milestones by a certain age? It wasn't you. It was handed to you by culture, by family, by a world that confuses busyness with worth and speed with success. And now you live under its silent judgment, measuring yourself against a standard you never chose. This is why you feel like you're always racing, but never arriving. Why no matter what you do, it doesn't feel enough. Because the finish line keeps moving, and every glance at someone else's progress convinces you that you're still behind. But here's the reality. You're not behind. You're just running someone else's race. And the good news is, you can step off that track. You can reclaim your own timing. You can stop measuring your life against a script that was never meant for you and start building a rhythm that's yours alone. Because in the next section, we'll dig into where this pressure really comes from, the hidden conditioning that makes you believe you're late, and why it's been running your life without you realizing it. Stay with me, because once you see the real source of that belief, you'll never carry this weight the same way again. You feel like you're behind because you were taught to believe there's a timeline for your life. Somewhere along the way, through family expectations, cultural scripts, or the endless highlight reels of social media, you absorb the message that life is a race, that by a certain age you should have the career, the relationship, the home, the success. And if you don't, it means you failed. But here's the truth. That timeline was never yours. It's a collective illusion, a script, handed down by systems that profit when you feel unworthy and behind. Think about it. How often do you compare yourself to others only after scrolling, or after hearing what everyone else your age is doing? That feeling of being late doesn't rise from your soul. It's triggered by a measuring stick that doesn't belong to you. And because you've been holding yourself to that false clock, you've paid a cost. You've carried shame from milestones you haven't reached. You've robbed yourself of joy for the steps you have taken because they didn't look as impressive or come fast enough. You've hesitated to pursue new dreams because you told yourself, it's too late for me. Slowly, the belief that you're behind has eroded your confidence and replaced possibility with pressure. But understand this, you are not late. You're on a different road, one that doesn't need to match anyone else's map. The anxiety you feel doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've been living by a clock that was never set for you. And here's the shift. When you release that clock, you release the shame. This isn't about ignoring goals. It's about reclaiming the truth that your timing is your own. Because once you stop living under the weight of their expectations, you can finally begin living from the center of yours. And that starts not with big leaps, but with one daily practice that rewires your nervous system to trust your own pace. Keep watching, because in the next section, I'll give you a simple ritual that resets the belief that you're behind and anchors you back into the truth. You are exactly on time. Now, it's time to stop letting that false timeline run your life and start teaching your body that you are not late. Because the truth is, feeling behind isn't just an idea in your head. It's a stress pattern wired into your nervous system. And the way you break it isn't through more willpower or chasing faster goals. It's through a daily practice that retrains your body to feel safe in your own timing. Here's the ritual. Each morning, before you step into the noise of the day, place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly for a count of 4. Hold for 2 and exhale for 6. Do this 3 times. As you breathe, say out loud, "I am not behind. My life unfolds at my pace." It may feel small, but the repetition is everything. Because what you're doing in that moment is breaking the agreement with the false clock. You're showing your nervous system that you're safe here, safe now, safe even without the race. The warmth of your hand reminds your body you're cared for. The rhythm of your breath grounds you, and the words you speak begin rewriting the script you've carried for years. This isn't about fixing your whole life in one day. It's about creating a daily anchor that slowly restores your trust in your own timing. And here's what you'll notice. The more you do this, the quieter the comparisons become. The more steady your breath feels, the less urgent that inner voice of "too late" becomes. Over time, this practice teaches you that you don't need to rush, because you are never actually behind. And don't underestimate the power of these 60 seconds. The practice isn't symbolic, it's neurological. Each time you keep this small promise, you're rewiring the loop that told you you're late. You're proving to yourself that presence is possible, and that presence is enough. But ritual alone is only the first step, because even when you keep it, there will still be moments when comparison sneaks in, when you see someone else ahead and the old panic tries to return. And that's where the real shift happens, not in ritual, but in presence. Keep watching, because in the next section, I'll show you how to meet those moments with awareness so powerful, the old clock can no longer control you. Even with your daily ritual, there will be moments when the old panic creeps back in. You'll see someone announce their new promotion. You'll hear about a friend getting engaged. You'll feel that quiet rush of shame whispering, "See, you're still behind." And in that moment, your chest tightens, your mind starts racing, and the old clock tries to pull you back under. This is where presence becomes your lifeline. Because presence interrupts the spiral. It shifts you out of the false timeline and drops you into what's real. This breath, this moment, this life right now. Here's how you practice it. When the panic rises, pause. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice the inhale moving into your body, the exhale leaving. Say silently to yourself, "I am here. I am not late." Don't argue with the comparison. Don't try to talk yourself out of it. Just return to the simple truth of now. In presence, the illusion of being behind dissolves. Why? Because there is no timeline in awareness. No clock, no race, no measuring stick. There's only this living, breathing moment, and you are in it fully. The anxiety comes from leaving this moment to measure yourself against a story that doesn't exist. When you stay here, the story loses its power. And the more often you return to presence, the more you'll notice a shift. The The panic doesn't grip as hard. The shame doesn't cut as deep. You begin to feel a quiet confidence that doesn't need to match anyone else's pace. You start to live as if you were never late at all, because the truth is, you weren't. This is how self-trust is rebuilt, not by outrunning the clock, but by refusing to believe it anymore. And now comes the most important part, because awareness without integration fades. In the next section, we'll tie your ritual and your presence together, showing you how to walk forward as the version of yourself who finally lives on your own time. Keep watching, because the return begins now. You've carried the weight of believing you were behind for so long that it became part of your identity. But now, with each breath, each small promise, each return to presence, you're rewriting that identity. You're not the one who's late. You're the one who stopped running a race that was never yours. Here's what you'll begin to notice: the quiet confidence of someone who trusts their own pace. The relief of waking up without comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. The ability to see a friend's success without feeling like it diminishes you. You'll stop asking, "Why am I not there yet?" and start asking, "What feels true for me now?" That shift changes everything. To recap, here's how you anchor it. Each morning, place your hand over your heart. Breathe slowly and say aloud, "I am not behind. My life unfolds at my pace." That is your daily promise, not to the world, but to yourself. Then, when the old panic creeps in during the day, pause and do your second practice. Feel your feet on the ground. Say silently, "I am here. I am not late." That is your presence practice, the reset that breaks the spiral. And with time, these two simple acts become a foundation. You'll realize you don't need to chase someone else's timeline to be worthy. You'll no longer measure your value by how quickly you tick off boxes. Instead, you'll live in alignment with the only timeline that was ever real, your own. This is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the pressure, before the comparisons, before the false clock. The one who didn't believe they were late. The one who trusted that their life would unfold as it was meant to. That self is still here, waiting. So let this be the moment you stop calling yourself behind. You are not late. You never were. You are arriving exactly on time. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you. But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.